I vividly agree that the motion of environmental degradation should be discussed in this House.
Careless cutting down of trees has left our land bare with no shade, which has led to global warming as a result of accumulation of harmful gases in the atmosphere. On top of that, we have drought. Madam Speaker, all of you can agree with me that we all know that trees are involved in land formation. So our land is bare, therefore no trees are involved in land formation. As a result, we are having persistent drought. On the other hand, it has also led to siltation of rivers, leading to loss of aquatic animals such as fish, hippo, just to mention a few. Madam Speaker, we have an Agenda 2063, which says we want to have an inclusive, wealth and self-reliant nation. But how can a country be wealth and self-reliant with no aquatic and wild animals which attracts tourists, having food insecurity which lowers the development of the country, drought and even global warming?
Madam Speaker, if we can look deeply, nowadays we are having unfriendly rain patterns. In the past, rains used to come in October, September, but nowadays even we can end December without having rains, which is not good because in Mzimba we rely upon farming as a source of income, food and others. Therefore, parents are unable to farm and produce because of inadequate rains. Now, Madam Speaker, with this I recommend the government and other stakeholders to put stiff bylaws which should fight against such practices as deforestation and greenhouse gas emissions. Because, Madam Speaker, we can't just discuss here like people should end deforestation while there are no laws which are fighting against deforestation. It means we are doing nothing.
I stand in order to add what my fellow honorable members have said. The problem in my constituency is climate change. These problems happen because of human activities such as cutting down trees carelessly for charcoal burning, industrial waste which leads into air pollution, overgrazing which leads into leaving the ground bare. So as a result of overgrazing, no rains are available, and this contributing to famine. So I want the government not to let free those people doing this once they are found guilty. Reaching this far, Madam Speaker, let me take my seat.
Indeed, this factor has greatly affected my area in many ways, and it is being caused by various factors. For example, deforestation, charcoal burning activities, and even house constructions. And when I'm saying house constructions, it's like these days people are taking construction of houses as a popularity contest, since they're saying that if you have a good and beautiful house, you'll be popular. So the production of bricks and the mining of bricks, it requires a lot of firewood, and therefore people are cutting down trees carelessly, and the trees are ending up reducing in number. And this has affected the environment in major ways. For example, it is leading to drought in our country. And since there is drought, food shortages are becoming rampant. And since there are food shortages, parents struggle economically in order to support their families, and thereby are forcing their children to engage in small-scale businesses so as to find support for the family, which is leading them to be absent from school frequently. And eventually, you see that these kids, they're dropping out from school. And also it has led to heat waves in the country, and heat waves, as a result of heat waves, children in the country, they are suffering to many skin-related diseases such as rashes. And also, our friends with albinism, they are suffering mostly because they don't have the protective materials, and since their skin is very sensitive, they are suffering a lot. I would like to request the government to provide various materials such as caps to our friends with albinism so that they too can be safe, because during heat waves they suffer a lot. I would also like to request the government to introduce strict penalties and also to enforce their officers to be patrolling around communities so that tree deforestation may be reduced. I would also like to request the government in association with the agricultural officials to continue the tree planting activities, because to say the truth, it is helping a lot. Although we still have persistent cases of deforestation, but the tree planting activities, they are helping a lot. And it would be very good and helpful if the government would continue that.
I now put the question. And the question is that concerned with continued destruction of the environment through human activities such as charcoal burning, which is contributing to serious climate change and adverse effects in the country, such as food insecurity, the National Children's Parliament calls upon traditional leaders and government of Malawi to take drastic measures to correct the situation before it is too late.
With those of that opinion, say aye. Those of contrary opinion, say no. The ayes have it and the motion is carried.